Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a great week so far. Here with an NBA pick video. We got 10 matchups on this slate for Friday. So a lot of action here. And we're going to get right into it. Go ahead, like and subscribe. Support the channel. If you're not already part of the community, go ahead and do that. Going to get started with the first matchup. It's going to be Golden State Warriors versus the Toronto Raptors. Golden State 23-24, 22-25 against the spread. Toronto 18-30, 20-28 against the spread. Warriors opening up as 3.5 point favorites with the over/under at 228.5. Last 10 games for Golden State, 4-6 in their last 10. Toronto 1-9 in their last 10. Kyle Lowry is out for the next 7 to 10 days. Be sure to check his injury status there. It's just crazy because this Toronto team, battling a bunch of injuries, but they got all their guys back except for Lowry right now. But they're just playing very bad. I don't think anyone expected them to be this bad. Warriors aren't much better though, at -3.5. I like Toronto in the spot at +3.5. I know they've been playing horrible, but I just feel like this +3.5, I feel like it's a closer game. And I feel like this is definitely a game they could easily win as well. Going to take the points with Toronto. Hopefully they can get back on track here. And I'm going to take the over 228.5. Next matchup, we have the Dallas Mavericks versus the New York Knicks. Dallas 25-21, 22-24 against the spread. New York 24-24, 27-20 against the spread. Dallas opening up as 5.5 point favorites with the over/under at 213.5. Last 10 games for Dallas, 6-4 in their last 10. New York 5-5 in their last 10. Dallas, 2-4 in their last 6 games against New York. 3-6 against the spread in their last 9 against New York. But they are 12-6 in the last 18, playing really good. New York 3-8-1 against the spread at home on a Friday. If you're into some deep stats like that. The under has hit New York 7 out of the last 8 games. New York had such a strong start, and then, man, they just kind of turned things around and kind of going in the opposite direction here. I like Mavs as long as Luka and Porzingis are playing, which I'm pretty positive they will be. Love the Mavs at -5.5. I like the over 213.5 as well. I think it's a little low. Next matchup, we have the Houston Rockets versus the Boston Celtics. Houston 13-34, 15-32 against the spread. Boston 23-25, 22-26 against the spread. Boston opening up as favorites at -10.5 with the over/under at 223.5. Last 10 games for Houston, 2-8 in their last 10. Boston 3-7 in their last 10. Neither team playing very good basketball right now. We know how bad Houston is. 2-18 in their last 20. 1-11 on the road. Boston 3-7 in their last 10. They are 6-1 in their last 7 games in April. That's actually a horrible stat. I don't know why I even bothered with that. I just don't like that. I can't bet it with Houston. Can't do it. Probably not going to the rest of the season. 10.5 points is a lot, but I like Boston to get on track here. Get a nice win against this struggling Houston team. Look for Boston to get the gel back together, get the guys back, and get a nice double-digit win against this very bad Rockets team. We're going to take the over 223.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Charlotte Hornets versus the Indiana Pacers. Charlotte 24-22, 26-19-1 against the spread. Indiana 21-25, 18-28 against the spread. Pacers opening up as 4-point favorites with the over/under at 223. Last 10 games for Charlotte, 6-4 in their last 10. Indiana 5-5 in their last 10. Don't see any major injuries to report here. Head to head, Indiana 6-4 in their last 10 against Charlotte. I just like the points here with Charlotte, honestly. 4 points against a Pacers team that's underperforming, 21-25 on the year. I'm going to take the free points with Charlotte, and we're going to take the over 223. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Minnesota 12-36, 21-26-1 against the spread. Memphis 22-23, 26-18-1 against the spread. Memphis opening up as favorites at -6.5, with the over/under at 232. Last 10 games for Minnesota, 4-6 in their last 10. Memphis 5-5 in their last 10. Minnesota 7-13 against the spread in their last 20. But they are just 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 against Memphis, and then 1-5 against Memphis. So, no success really against Memphis here. Memphis 6-1 against the spread in their last 7. 7-1 against the spread at home. I like Memphis here -6.5 against a very bad Minnesota Timberwolves team. We're going to take we're going to take Memphis -6.5 here. We're going to take the over 232. Next matchup, we have the Atlanta Hawks versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Atlanta 23-24, 23-23-1 against the spread. The Pelicans 21-25, 22-24 against the spread. Atlanta opening up as favorites at -1.5, with the over/under at 223.5. For Atlanta, John Collins is out for a week. The Pelicans, though, be sure to check. So Thursday, Brandon Ingram, LaMelo, and Zion Williamson are all out, and so be sure to check their status on Friday. I'm assuming it's rest because of a doubleheader. So be sure to check that. Last 10 games for Atlanta, 6-4 in their last 10. New Orleans 6-4 in their last 10. This game comes down to, if all the Pelicans guys play, I love Pelicans +1.5. If Zion or Brandon Ingram or Ball or Lonzo, I said LaMelo Ball earlier, I meant Lonzo. If all three of them are out again, I love Atlanta here, but if all three of them play, or if at least Zion and Brandon Ingram play, I'm going to take the Pelicans here. But if all three of them are out, I'm going to lean the Hawks. So that'll be a game time decision. I'll have to check, up to the wire on that to see who's actually going to be playing for the Pelicans tomorrow or on Friday. And my decision on this game, if those guys play, I like the Pelicans +1.5. I like the over. If they don't play, I like the Hawks and I like the under. So that's where I'm going to lean. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Bulls versus the Utah Jazz. Chicago 19-27, 24-21-1 against the spread. The Jazz 36-11, 30-16-1 against the spread. Jazz opening up as 11.5 point favorites, with the over/under at 228.5. Last 10 games for Chicago, 3-7 in their last 10. Utah 8-2 in their last 10. These two teams did play, on March 22nd, with Utah picking up a 120-95 win. Covering the spread pretty good in that one. Chicago 0-5 in their last 5, 2-4 against the number against Utah, 1-5 in their last 6 games against Utah. So very, very small success against Utah in those matchups. Utah, on that 7-game win streak, 20-0 at home right now. That's a pretty insane stat, and I look for that to stay the same here. I like a dominant win with the Jazz. I'm going to take them -11.5, and I'm going to take the under 228.5. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Sacramento Kings. The Lakers 30-18, 22-26 against the spread. Sacramento 22-26, 22-26 against the spread. Sacramento opening up as 4.5 point favorites, with the over/under at 223.5. Last 10 games for the Lakers, 5-5 in their last 10. Sacramento 7-3 in their last 10. Lakers, 1-6 against the spread in their last 7. 1-4 on the road right now. Sacramento 6-3 against the spread in their last 9. 5-1 in their last 6. Lakers just aren't the same team without LeBron and Anthony Davis. They haven't gotten Drummond hasn't got to play yet either. So yeah, they've just been playing very badly here. But I don't love Sacramento too much either in this one. I feel like the public's going to be on Sacramento -4.5 here. I think the Lakers keep it close. They have been playing kind of bad here, coming off that loss to Milwaukee in their last one. But they did beat Orlando and Cleveland, which are pretty much on the same level as Sacramento. Give me the Lakers +4.5 here. Maybe I buy a point or so and get them up to 5. But I'll take the Lakers, and then we're going to take the under 223.5. Next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Milwaukee 30-17, 21-26 against the spread. Portland 29-18, 24-23 against the spread. Milwaukee opening up as 3.5-point favorites with the over/under at 236.5. Last 10 games for the Bucks, 7-3 in their last 10. Portland 7-3 in their last 10 as well. Milwaukee, 14-4 in their last 18. They are 14-5 against the spread in their last 19 meetings with the Trail Blazers. 8-1 in their last 9 games against the Blazers. Portland, 2-5 against the spread at home right now. Have struggled against the Bucks here. I think this is a good spot for Milwaukee, but it's only a 3.5-point spread. I like Bucks. I like Bucks -3.5. I think they win around 7-8, maybe double digits. They're not gonna. Should be a tough game for Portland. I like the Bucks in this one. I'm gonna take the better team, assuming other players play, and I'm gonna take the over 236.5. Should be a high-scoring one as well. Last matchup of the night, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Phoenix Suns. Oklahoma City 20-27, 24-22-1 against the spread. Phoenix 33-14, 31-16 against the spread. Phoenix opening up as 12.5-point favorites with the over/under at 219.5. Last 10 games for OKC, 4-6 in their last 10. Phoenix 8-2 in their last 10. OKC 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 against Phoenix. 9-1 in their last 10 games against Phoenix. That stat kind of isn't the same, doesn't hold up because OKC doesn't have the same team anymore. They have 8-9 injuries I'm looking at, so a lot of injuries going on here at OKC. Phoenix, playing really good here, 7-1 in their last 8, 5-1 at home. I love Phoenix money line here, but 12.5 points is a lot to me. And OKC's been covering the spread pretty good against Phoenix. 6-1 in their last 7, and they've had a lot of success against this Phoenix team. And no, they don't have the same team here, but 12.5 points, I think too much for me. I'm gonna take OKC +12.5. I'm going to take the under 219.5 as well. That's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Go ahead and like and subscribe, support the channel. Check out the NBA parlay video as soon as you're done watching this. And good luck with your picks on Friday, and I will see you guys Saturday. Have a good one, everyone.